the reason why I agreed to the project and take part in it, even though I'm not a professional curator or anything, is exactly this guiding idea, which is very attractive to me. I think it's even a visionary to go beyond polarities and try to envision and frame the world beyond these polarities. So I think it's a challenge for us, but it's a path worth to take, and I'm really happy that I can be part of it, and I'm looking forward to the future collaboration. I think you were touching upon our very first meeting when we were presenting our initial thoughts and sharing with the others who gathered there who we are, what we might aspire to do, what we did in the past. And there was very interesting discussion about the role of the art in not only Jordanian society but more generally. And the other curator in our team, she posed that art has no meaning, or we do not need to strive for particular impact through art. Art is just art out there without any context. And I found it sort of even outrageous, and because I tend to like art which is try to be out there, which is try to communicate, and which is try to create certain interactive space, which is try to question status quo. This is art which is valuable for me, and I just do not want to resort into the opinion that the contemporary art is just something very detached and sort of a meaningless. It's just intellectual game without aim. I think we need to rethink what art can mean. Maybe we need to get out of the contemporary. Maybe we are somehow stuck in this moment. So I would like to maybe pose a question to the viewers of the video, how they feel about the word and the term contemporary. Isn't it just a labeling of something which does not allow us to see the future or to think about the future differently?
Well, I didn't expect that we would come into such hard time, because the day when we arrived, or let's say the other day when we started to do something, the famous writer here was killed, and I would say that it somehow determined how our stay will look like. So it's somehow interesting to see, for me personally, as I work with hate and hate speech, how this kind of event can affect the society and the move and the mood of the people. But yeah, we will see what will come out of it. But the other very strong moment, and it's about my expectations more, was the visit of this Azraq refugee camp, when of course I was expecting very unhappy people being in the camp, and I was really somehow overwhelmed by a positive energy that I could see from the people that live in the camp, in like horrible conditions, but somehow they were very positive about it. And I think it's not because of the place, because it's a very hard place in the middle of the desert, in the middle of nowhere, but maybe it's about the workers who work with them, because this is what I could see, that they are so enthusiastic about the work. They try really to find out what they could do for the refugees, and it's something different than what I see in my country. We just try to do the worst to the refugees so they don't want to stay in our place. And here it was complete opposite. So, and I was really shocked in positive way. Maybe it's not that positive. I was there only one day. Maybe there is something else. But this was basically something that was very important for me to see.
What is the feedback? Well, very diverse, I have to say. So it's difficult to come up with any kind of solid picture because I just don't know, and also I feel that I don't get sincere answers. That what's really substantial is under the surface, and I cannot get under the surface because I came here just a couple of days ago, so it's impossible. And then to build a picture, knowing that the response is diverse and that what is substantial is under the surface, where you don't have any access, is very difficult. But still, I believe that there is something I can say about it, especially when so few was said so far in Czech media. But it's really puzzling. I mean, what one is definitely interested in is the question of response of Georgian society, and whether, like, how many people kind of are enraged and how many people sort of quietly support what happened. And onto that I got really very different answers. So from the answer that there is nobody who would support such a terrible sin, to the answer that 90% of Jordanese, quietly support it. And then, this is like immense range of the question, and this is the crucial question that is needed to be answered. And you get so different responses.
I was also surprised about the experts and the people that we were supposed to meet, or that I meet somewhere and they want to actually meet me. And for me, honestly, if somebody comes to Prague, I get also this kind of emails that somebody is coming to Prague, and honestly, I don't really will to meet all the time some people to explain them about my country or something. It's just tiring. But these people just approach me and they ask me, could we meet? I would be so interested. And this really surprised me as well, because I really thought that we would try to get to somebody's office or to somebody's home and they will just kick us out and just say, I don't have time, but it's not that. So I feel really welcomed here, and somehow people are interested in me, my work, my thoughts. Yeah, so I mean, my experiences from Amman are just positive until now, I have to say.
I've been always more observing than studying or talking to people. Like, observation is to me the most important.
Well, I have a background in social anthropology and sustainable development. And when you go through these programs, you realize that sustainable development people, they are really focused on the future, what the future is supposed to look like, and they are doing very pragmatic and specific steps to reach certain vision. On the other hand, in social sciences, when you do research, as an anthropologist, you describe what you see, what is out there in front of you, and it's supposed to be enough. It's supposed to be enough for us. And I'm starting to wonder, could there be anthropology of future? How do we research on the people's imagination of the future? Because how do you do it? Yeah, maybe it's more important than ever these days to start maybe more experimenting with different types of methods, how to maybe shape the future collaboratively together through different means. So there is this not over conflict, but interesting tension I'm going through. And maybe I want to reshape social sciences. And I don't know. I find it quite exciting, challenge.